Yo, what is up? Nova Empire community bringing you a live stream for no particular reason other than community requests. So, gonna go ahead and just give it a moment here to kind of get things warmed up, get things started. But I'm just gonna take a moment, also get a link thrown out here real quick. Again, yo Zerat, this stream here especially for you. Gonna get things kicked up in just a minute. Like I said, I'm just gonna drop a link really quick over in the Nova Empire community here. Facebook, I believe, is where all the action is for that one. So give me a moment to go ahead and get things together, and I'll pull over the stream. Brain Suppers, yo, what's going on? Joining me for something a little different here. Like I said, hang tight for me. I'll bring up the game stream and everything like that in just a second. I just need to get a couple links going on. But while we wait, there we go. Bringing up the actual game here. But while we wait, there we go. Anything, I gotta let's take a look and see. Oh, settings, graphics. Now, what about? We can bring up a little. Yeah, let's bring up a little bit of music, a little bit of sound volume, maybe something like that. Let's make a few adjustments to it. Yeah, let's bring up a little bit of music, a little bit of sound volume, maybe something like that. Let's make a few adjustments to it. Yo, tag her. Yo, what's going on? Welcome to live stream number 2 for the evening. But again, big thing we got going on right now is I'm just switching games. I had a sudden music change in it. See, oops, that's not what I wanted. Let's make a few adjustments to it. Yo, tag her. Yo, what's going on? Welcome to live stream number 2 for the evening. But again, big thing we got going on right now is I'm just switching games. I had a sudden. There we go. All right, so I'm just going to be bringing you a little bit of some Nova Empire this evening. Again, second game that I've been putting my time into it. Welcome to live stream number 2 for the evening. But again, big thing we got going on. And again, you know, just give me a heads up since I'm just tweaking a little bit of the sound. Just let me know if anything needs to be adjusted there as you guys watch. You are the community. So there we go. Let's head on over. There we go. Now I found the community here. All right, let's see. How do we post here? There we go. All right, we got it going. That's posted. This way, if anyone else from the Nova Empire community wants to jump on in, they certainly can do it. But Nova Empire, just going to do a little bit of gameplay on here. I got a few things kind of catch up. It's post reset, so Zerat 28K Gek. Yeah, I guess that does the one. I don't think I've spent a single Gex since I actually started this game quite some time ago. Now, I've been playing it for a while. I just haven't, honestly, just because DOT keeps me pretty busy, I haven't invested a whole lot of time in actually creating as much content as I would like to because I actually really enjoy this game. The only problem is with my commitment to DOT, I don't always get in here as often as I'd like, but just gonna kind of run through a few things we got going on. Let's see, here on day number 5. All right, so we got some alloy for it. Pretty simple there. Collect some of our free stuff. What's going on? Zerat, I'm also, since I never sent you the video that you actually asked for, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of walk through. And if you got Nova Empire, then maybe you could follow along. And let's see if we can get you to where, you know, if this... what is it, Galaxy is actually even open. I think that's the big thing that's limiting you from jumping in and joining us, is that our Galaxy, I believe, is still closed because it's a recent merger. I don't know if that'll happen, but let's see. I got free supplies, got it. Let's see how many of these we can knock out. Complete, let's see, what's the total here, right? 1 Legion, 2 Legion, 3 Legion. Pretty standard there. Mining. Mine 120,000. Okay. I believe this maxes out 15 battles. Maybe we'll throw in some pirate battles and see what kind of drops we get it. You're in an alliance already. It's all good. Well, that's good, man. Well, if the server ever opens up, dude, be happy to have you actually come and game with me here. If you're in a good alliance, then that's also pretty good. You know, finding a good spot, some of that stays active is pretty good. Shipbuilding. All right, get 10 ships built so we can get some construction started. Knock out some alliance donation real quick. 3 free supplies. Already got 1. 5 more. Yep, we're all good there. Give alliance help. We got it. Use 30 get. Consume 10,000. Use crystals 1 time. How many crystals I got to use in total for this one here? Use crystals 5 times. Use consume 10,000. Okay. All right, that's cool. That's cool. Let's get a few things done. Let's head on over to the Alliance. What do I got? Crystal-wise, 7.25 million. We can go ahead and do a donation. Let's go ahead and send over 100,000 to get started. So that's one thing all set up. Now I'm just going to throw over about another 10K. That's a second donation. And just going to wrap up with a couple hundred. That's 3. 4. And 5 donations done there. Fantastic. So 1 alliance donation, got it. 3 alliance donation, got it. And 5 alliance donation, got it. Cool, cool. All right, let's see. Let's get the help going out there. What legion do we have running? Not started, not started, not Stardust. Standard pirates, what's that? It's for a mega. Someone's cycling through them. All right, I'll give you time. I'll give you time to cycle through. Let's see what our scan brings back. One with minerals, nothing too much there. Special fleet, all right. Let's go ahead and continue that one. Who was that? Cosima Silva. Send you on back out for it. Got 2 more planets that opened up. What do we have? Oh, lava planets. Collect resources. Lava planets solo. 4 of these guys. Nope, I ain't gonna get that one done. But let's see, we got some minerals laying around. Nothing. Oh, here we go. There we go. It's a good one. 15,000 alloy. And I don't know. Let's get some battles done. We can head on into that one there. But hey, before I get started, right, Zerat, and anyone else who's ever looking for it, you know, joining in, give you a rundown, right? OBS, Obsidian is our alliance. We've been in alliance together for, oh god, quite some time now. Kicked it off with a few guys from DOT, Dawn of Titans, brought it on over here, guys and gals actually. There was a whole group of us that got this started. I got a little too busy, so I couldn't wear the crown, so I passed it off over to Locke here, who's been holding it, keeping things together. Took the alliance in a whole nother direction and just rock and rolled with it. So Been doing pretty good, you know, and we are now in one of these, I think it's called an epic galaxy, right? We're part of the new combined galaxy. So instead of just one single galaxy, we actually have two galaxies mashed together here. So there's kind of a north and a south, right? And here we are. OB5 is our call tag, but Obsidian, right? OBS is who we are. Got ourselves pretty nice territory here. But, you know, how do you get here, right? So off to the left there is that nice little kind of whole galaxy list where you can come through and kind of browse throughout this. And we are in the Gungnir 102 galaxy. You know, there's a whole bunch of them that, you know, over time, I think we were in 141, which is where we were, but this galaxy is now extinguished, as you can see. They've kind of closed them out, and they combined many together. A few still open, but we are actually all the way up here at the top in Gungnir 102. Population is full. It opened 2 months ago, but we are at peace. Let's see, how about Mjolnir? Also full. Eye of Odin, also full. We got Gungnir now is where we're at, so that's what we got. Are there any full, busy? Let's see, are there any busy or normal ones out there? Right? These guys are all closed up. It's been a while since I checked the list. Full, 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 full. Full, 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 full. Man, that's a pretty long list. Goron, Gunbars. Let's see. Let's go all the way down to the bottom here. Look at this. Oh, there we go. Libra. Open the last 1 month. Population very low and at peace. So, yeah, I've been at it for a while. I'm not that massive as far as production, things like that go. Let's throw out a little bit of help. But where I'm at, let's go ahead and let's do this, right? Let's head on into my space station. Just do a little game progress update. Where am I chilling? What am I working with here? I am just a little bit away from Space Station 6. All right, I think I'm just a matter of a couple. I didn't want to do that. Level 6, where am I at? Come on, back to my construction here. Tapped on the wrong thing. I've got 36 days left to Space Station 6. Let me go ahead and get a research started while I'm here. Oh, let's see. I could probably go. I got plenty of fleet stuff to do here. Admiral leadership. Yeah, let's go ahead and get that one started. I could use that. Get some help going on that one. Fantastic. Just a little bit, about an hour left until I can start some new construction. But let's take a look at some fleets. So, Zerat, you want to see captains? Actually, let's do it. I like to go there the other way. Let's go ahead and get into that. Gives me a reason. I also have to go to my naval station here on level 3. If we get lucky, maybe pull in a nice legendary on here. Nope, got nothing. So who I'm working with, I've got one legendary. Christina Hansen here. Leadership plus 45, fleet damage taken minus 15%, and cannot be captured. You know, not too bad. I actually think that's a pretty good one as far as Admiral goes. Level 34, got plenty of work to do on her. I've actually probably have some XP I can throw her way, but also been using her in battles, just kind of leveling her up a bit. I got Akira Hughes. These are my main ones in action here. Akira Hughes here. Fleet damage taken minus 20%. Restore shields to 20% after battle for... I believe this is purple is just epic or whatever. Casima Silva, leadership and fleet accuracy. I've got Ming Ross, or Ming Rossi here. Phase mastery, damage taken during jump cooldown, minus 30%. Leadership plus 25. How did I get that legendary? Honestly, I got that legendary just lucky one day, Zerat, that I went into my recruitment and boom, epic animation, and that legendary just kind of came right in. I've only seen the one. It's the only one I ever got, so that's what I'm working with. I got Indigo Mueller here, which is fleet attack plus 10% and fleet damage taken minus 10%. Indigo I use as my tank just because of the reduced damage. And then I've got a few others that I don't level up fleet. If they're purple, I pretty much was collecting, replacing any of my blues. Restore shields to 20% after battle. Ruby here, fleet damage taken minus 15%, damage versus space station plus 45. Wouldn't be a bad. She's got an extra 5% for fleet damage taken over the other one, but she, isn't as leveled up, so the leadership isn't there. Callista Yang here, leadership plus 25, fleet damage taken minus 10%. It wouldn't be a bad one. For a tank maybe one time, but I just got to get her leveled up. But protective forces forces fleets to retreat to port when they reach 30% health. Damage taken when retreating is minus 8%. Restore shields to 20% after battle. Nadir here isn't all that bad, except the fact that I don't want my tanks to retreat, so I'm not going to use him for that. And since he's not leveled up, I'm not ready to replace him with another one. And then I do have Kira here, which I think everybody gets, which is the forces fleet to retreat when they reach 40%, cannot be captured. She's great when she was at 26. I was using her for my main fleet until eventually I did get Christina here. Even though she doesn't cause the fleet to return, I usually watch my battles pretty closely and retreat when necessary. But we got, I don't know. How about this? I've never really done one of these on live stream. Let's just go ahead and do an instant refresh. And just more greens. Nothing going on there. So I'm not going to roll the dice too many times. But that's what we've got, doing okay through there. So I've got pretty much all those purples. Fleet-wise, I actually could probably go in and check on those. Let's take a look at our fleets. My striker here, which is Legendary Admiral, is getting upgraded. This is where I keep all of my Kraken fleets. Primary one right there. Again, got some repairs to do. I've got Blitz, who has a couple of Krakens, and then a couple of what I call the Dicks. All right, my Dix battle cruiser, Disruptor, something, and shields. I don't remember what all of my. I use those letters to stand for the different weapons and ways that I have it built, but I just like to call it Dix as well too because of the way that I structured it. So a couple of the ruptures. I probably could. Wouldn't mind pulling a few of these guys out off of him because I like to keep those for the main fleets. And just throw in some more Dicks into that one. If I can keep these guys to main fleets, I'd be happy. Wonder if I can... How badly would that hurt if I pulled all of these guys out? Just went all those. Can I get close? I can get pretty close there. 637. Throw in maybe a few tanks. I just need 2 of those. That's okay. I'm pretty good having most of my Krakens, held back. So I'm pretty good with this. Let's do that overview again. 185. That's okay. I like, protect my Kraken fleets. Dozer's out doing the scan, and I've got Tank here, who really is nothing more than my tank. So all she really gets is as many tanks as she can hold. Let's pull back a couple more of these guys. Throw some more tanks her way. There we go. That's her primary focus, is to simply be there to tank. Take some hits, and that's about it. So, Zerat, he got so many questions. Dude, throw them out there. I mean, I'm doing this. I actually literally doing this stream because you asked for it. And I said, hey, you know what? It's been a while since I played some Nova Empire on stream. I haven't myself actually been in it as actively lately. So, that's what it's all about. How do you build fleets? As you unlock the ability to do so, all you've got to do is just go right up in the menu and actually build it. Add a new fleet. I don't have the ability to add a new fleet, but I would just be able to, where that padlock is, if you don't have it, as long as it's unlocked, you just add it. You could change the name right over here, so I can go from tank to anything else, right? I like to keep mine named for different things. Tank is my primary tanker. Next, Dozer becomes my other tank. So, if tank goes down, Dozer's taking the hits. But let's see. How do you attack? Please do some gameplay. Got it. I only just upgraded stuff. Got it. How do you build fleets? All right, so that's what it's all about. Let's go through actually building the ships, right? So once you actually build, let's you know, on your space station, right? Different levels offer you different buildings. So the one thing you have to make sure you have are ship yards, right? Small. I got a couple mediums on here. I got some larges. So there's a medium one. As I get to level 4, I've got a couple of large shipyards. So I've got all of these different shipyards on here to help me build out those ships. Off to the right-hand side, Zerat, you know, as you get in here, again, anyone else that's watching too, but Zerat's asking questions, so he's getting the focus, right? To the right-hand side, you've got your little progress tab. You just go ahead and click on that. And this is going to pull up everything from what you're building on your space station to your research and then to your shipyards, however many you have. So when you're doing that, all you got to do is just click that question mark, choose what type of ship you want to build. Let's say if you're, you know, these little guys, you really won't do a whole lot with once you start getting bigger fleets. And I'm no expert at this even. This is kind of how I go about doing it. You got the frigates, which can take a little bit more. You've got the destroyers, which are just a little bit heavier. Then you've got your cruisers, you've got your battle cruiser, and we've got just the workships, which this is what you use to go out and collect stuff, right? I put most of my focus right between these two here. In the occasion that I just want to knock out a couple of quick, you know, let's say like the daily, you know, this here is 2.5 minutes of build time. But maybe I want to edit this, right? So I can go ahead over here, edit. I could switch from, I could have my tracer, I can click edit, and then you could actually change the type of weapon that you want just by, you know, selecting what it might be. Mini cannon, the missile, you know. Drag it all the way up in there, and you could swap out what type of weapon, right, you want this guy to be. You know, stats are all over to the right, so, you know, when you're looking at damage-wise, things like that. Let's see, he's got a reactor on here. You know, I could throw a disruptor on there. I definitely need a reactor, and he's got reactor and a shield, which is all good. Go to weapons. Again, you can get your stats from here. I mostly look at the damage, armor piercing, and shield piercing. So it's a 25, 50, 50. The beam is a 25, 50, no shield piercing. The missile is a 75 damage, 50 shield piercing. The robotic is a 25 damage and a 40, 40. So, you know, and then you got the accuracy was at 100. Accuracy here is 130. The beam accuracy is 130, and the kinetic accuracy is 80. So you can get the double armor piercing and shield piercing, but you only get 80 accuracy. You got 25 damage. I mean, you're just kind of looking at whatever you might be looking for. You know, different weapons serve different purposes. You know, the mini missile here. You know, once you set whatever you want it to be, you just click save. You know, and you're good to go. So I've got just a couple. You know, beam, tracer, robotic, and I could set that as default. And now that's going to be my guy to go. Set that as default. Beam tracer, set that one as default. Which, I don't know why they're all showing the chem on there. Right, let's go back to it. There we go. Just had to reset. You know, and then I can just go through and just start building these guys out. We got the Falcon. Again, I've got this one labeled as tank because it's here just to literally just kind of take some heat. But let's see. We'll just throw a couple of ships in here because I know I gotta build a few for daily anyways. I don't remember what the daily was. How many ships do I have to build for daily? But it's a quick, easy way to get your daily shipbuilding done. 3, 8, 10. So if I can get 10 of these guys built, that'll knock out my daily. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go right into here. Again, pull a few more of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got a couple of those big guys going, but let's throw out. How about, why not? Let's just throw out 4 of these guys, just because. I don't even know if I got any in my lineup, but why not? Just build them just because. Right, so you can just kind of get this stuff going, get your shipyards going, try to keep some stuff busy all the time. Tanks I'm usually building a few of just because, you know, they die. I don't typically repair them, so once they die, they die. Some dicks, you know, I just honestly finished a whole slew of those guys, so I don't know, I guess we could throw out a few lions. I think this is my tank there too, right? Line 2 standard. Nothing fancy on that one. So there we go. We just got a bunch of stuff building now. Got some more daily stuff done. All right, so let's go ahead and collect some of these rewards. Get those free cases for the day. The week has reset, so work our way up. All right, there we go. All the way up. See, look at this. Within a matter of 25 minutes, I got 2 of my daily tasks. The cases worked all the way up, so yeah, that's going pretty good. You know, nice, simple, easy start to this. Nothing too intense, nothing too major. Pretty simple for you to do. All right, so what's next? Easy start to this. Nothing too intense, nothing too major. Pretty simple for you to do. All right, what do we got here? Let's see. Ryu's got a Legion going. What's he got started here? Elite Pirates. I don't know if I'll join just to kind of help him get started. I don't know if I've got any elites out here. Let's take a look in the system. I didn't see any. But if I don't have an elite, you know, if anything, I'll get out here and I'll still do some attacking because get some drops. I've got no elites, but let's do some attacks. Let's start out with what's really close to us, huh, and just kind of work our way out and around. So, all right, so this pirate fleet. So to the question as far as how do you do attacking in this game, right? So what I'm looking at is on the galaxy view here, we got all of these nice orange ships, which these are all standard pirates, and they just vary in strength. So you're looking at, let's see if we've got anything in here without the extra little diamonds. We don't. So the lowest one I've got on my map here is just the 2. All right, standard pirate here, pirate fleet. The fewer the diamonds next to the pirate, the lower their damage output would be. So if I go to a 3 tier, this pirate fleet is 128,000 strength, right? If I go to the 2 tier, though, you know, this one here, 89,000. We got 22,000. So it's pretty easy. What I like to do here when I set it up and I go to do my attack is I'm going to go ahead and send out my tank first. And now I can go ahead and do group attack. Oh, and Striker's still repairing, but that's all right. I can send Blitz out after it. But tank is going to go first because tank's going to take the heat, right? That's why it's a tank, is when it engages the battle, that is where the enemy's damage gets focused. So any additional fleets are going to take less damage or possibly no damage. Now, let's see. We got someone coming in, fleet moving here. Ah, that's one of my teammates rolling in, so that's all good. Wasn't an elite. I was hoping it was going to be an elite, but here we go. So they're attacking, and once you set them out to attack, that's it. They pretty much do their own thing. Tank's actually doing pretty good all by herself, you know. But I'm gonna have Dozer, or who is this? Blitz actually rolling in, and shows up last second there. Gets to be the hero. It's all good. So get some simple battle drops. Minerals I usually don't focus on collecting, but I'll pick up on any of those crystals and alloy. I always like to pick those up. Minerals are, you know, in this galaxy where I'm at, minerals are quite available. You know, and that's a small chunk, 94,000. But some of these other ones, which look like have already been scooped up, but they were. Let's see, I can go after this one here, 332,000. Let's see what's the pirate fleet on this one here. Let's go ahead and free it up. 108,000. Let's see, Tank and Blitz can take that one on. That's what they're here for. What was I thought I already finished up my repair. Let's take a look at, I got a day left on Striker. What do I have here? That's all good. I don't really need her at the moment. That's all there is to it, though, Zerat, is, choose the fleets that you want to attack just by simply tapping on them, and then send your fleets either one at a time or multiples at a time. It's really really up to you how intense you want to get with it. I could definitely, with some of these lower fleets like this, I could easily send just one of my fleets at a time, or you can group attack. It's all up to you and what you need to do. But, good things to keep in mind when you're going through and doing any upgrades. Let's see, this huge energy plant, I wouldn't focus on doing too many speed ups at once. But remember that once you actually go and do an upgrade, when you first start it, there's going to be that purple help button. Make sure you get that help requested, because that allows your teammates to help shave time off of your upgrades. So that's going to be really helpful to actually have done, making sure that you're not there just, doing the slowest upgrades possible. And then boom, the ships in the battle take care of themselves. I actually think it's pretty cool, artwork that they got in here. It's, pretty good details for these ships, for so much going on. I love the space and everything around it. So main goal of the game is, honestly, it's kind of like a territory thing, be the dominating force. Let's see, here comes Blitz, there we go. Be the strongest team. I guess it's kind of like a giant conquest type of event, but I guess there's really no official like end game to it. It's all a development standpoint. So as you're working your way through those upgrades, it's really just to end up to be the most powerful, be the strongest team, take over as much of the galaxy as you possibly can. But what I like about Nova Empire, there's definitely quite a bit of politics that really go into it. There you go. See, Tank's taking some heat. She's taking the blows, man. But that's what she's there for. See, and Blitz, even though Blitz is in the fight, he's not really taking any of that heat whatsoever. It's all on Tank. Just knock out that last bit of that pirate shield, and then it's all health from there. And see, and even if Tank ends up getting obliterated, they just bring her right back and load her up with some more of those disposable ships, because that's really what those tank ships are. They are there to be disposable, but she's absorbing all of the damage. Blitz continues to remain untouched. So when you're going to attack, any size fleet, doesn't matter how much stronger you are, it's always good to just have a nice tank fleet with you. The bigger the pirates that you're taking on, or the bigger the enemy you're taking on, the bigger that tank needs to be. She's a pretty weak one because, these are all just very basic pirates. There's nothing fancy about them. They're not powerful, really. But it just helps maintain the priority of your ships. Honestly, so just about anything could be a tank ship. The only thing that I would not use as a tank ship would be Kraken fleets. You get your hand on Kraken fleets, which are the gold ships. Those you want to try to preserve, because you can only get a certain number of them when that event actually comes around. Man, this pirate is taking forever to go down, Blitz is supposed to come in here to like save the day, and these pirates are just holding out. There we go. Wrap it up, wrap it up. I still think these battles are pretty, even though you can't control the battles, I think they're still pretty cool. Alright, there we go. So we'll go ahead and recall these guys. And let's get some collecting going. Now the one thing I also do like, keep in mind that when you're collecting these resources, that your workships will collect these faster than they will the standard types of minerals that are laying around. So alloys, things like that. Okay, so I'll keep one fleet here. Let's see. I'm going to keep my fleet here just to kind of make sure everyone knows that those minerals I have the intention of collecting. And that's Tanku. we'll need to get some more fleets. I'll move out all my damaged ones, so I'll show you a little something to do there to how to, you know, sometimes I'll repair ships in the fleets if I want to just make sure that they kind of stay together, don't forget about them, things like that. But once tank gets back in here, there we go. So if I come in here and manage tank, so tank has been wrecked quite a bit. All right, pretty much almost all those are gone. All those, and that's cool. I'm going to go ahead and just throw her a couple of these beam ships just to keep her together. So I'm going to come back to these tanks. I'm going to move these guys to the dock. All right, and that now makes this dock a whole lot easier to be able to repair once it's done. So let's go. We'll just speed this up. What do you got? 8-hour repair speed. How about 8-hour speed up? Yeah, let's do it. I use 3 of them, right? 1 day and 16 hours. Okay, no. Yeah, I'm not going to speed. That's going to take 5 of those. I'm not going to speed that all the way along. There we go. I cut 8 hours off of it. But, you know, once Striker is done getting repaired, then I'll have my separate dock. So anytime that, you know, a ship might have damaged fleets, I just move them all over into the dock, repair the dock alone, and then I can place them back into separate fleets. But so my tank's going to be sitting out for a little bit. But that just gives me an opportunity to kind of work through some of those attacks. As far as ships go, Zerat, just kind of looking at some of that. All right, let's break down some of these ships. Oh, let's go. You know, the beam is going to be real basic, simple ship. And, you know, this guy here isn't really good for tanking. It's probably not all that great for attacking either. You know, just if you got a lot of them, you know, you could use them to help speed up fleets. If you just drop 1 or 2 of them into a specific fleet, kind of help balance out speed and movement a little bit more. Overall, it's your starting ship, but you're not going to be spending a lot of time focusing on these gunships. Same thing with frigate. It's going to be your nice next step up. So when you're taking out simple players, simple pirates, you know, the ones that are only, you know, maybe a couple K a piece, you know, you could focus on these gunships and frigates when you're starting out. Really new players will be able to use the destroyers, I think, just kind of getting started. Now, granted, this line destroyer is a step 1 up. The Tiger is what you really get. That's what you start out with. But as you unlock and earn fragments, then you can upgrade these ships like the Lion that I have here, even the Falcon. All right, the Falcon is an upgraded ship. You start out with the basic Eagle. But through collecting of fragments, I've worked my way up. I've got the Falcon here for it. There we go. Tank Falcon. Let's set that one as default. Already is. Fantastic. And then I think the good focus of your game once you kind of get up there is going to be the tank, the light cruiser. This was actually a suggestion to me that, you know, this one here is a really great tank. It can, you know, it's a pretty quick build time. It's got some decent overall health and strength to it. Once you're probably relying on more Kraken ships, I believe these battle cruisers could probably be pretty good tanks if you're rolling with all Kraken ships, right? And that's, hold on 1 second. Excuse me. So like Striker here, let's see, let's pull up tank. Take a look at the Torment Destroyer. All right, you've got the light cruiser, the Rupture, and the Ruiner. Battle cruiser. These are your Kraken fleets. These guys are going to be your stronger ones. Not used for tanking whatsoever. Don't tank with these guys. This is going to be all what you want to use for attack. So you kind of want to protect these because you can only get these ships from when a Kraken event goes, either by winning the Kraken or when the elite fleets turn into Kraken fleets, Arc fleets. When you destroy them, you get a chance at actually getting build plans drop. So you could always use those. But these 3 are going to be a big thing. Then they've got other things like dreadnoughts that are out there. I haven't unlocked those, but those are available ships. So, you know, I mean, the stronger you get, the stronger your tanks will need to be to survive the enemies you take on. You know, if I'm going out there and taking on massive, you know, over 1 million pirate fleets and multi-million players, I'm going to need stronger attacking ships, and my tanks will need to be stronger because they need to be able to survive to take the heat. So I could see that as I develop, and again, you know, this is all just theoretical for me because I'm not there, but I could see that those battle cruisers here could potentially become tanks for me as I grow. So I mean, honestly, you're kind of just working your way up the ranks here. And, you know, when you've got, you know, your frigates, you know, then your gunship might be your tank. When you've got a destroyer, then your frigates might be your tank. When you've got a cruiser, then your destroyer might be your tank. So you kind of just working your way up. You know, it's just sometimes kind of nice to have a mixture because you can put different weapons on different ships. So, you know, like when I've got my tank here, you know, and I go to build this guy, you know, if I'm throwing, you know, missiles on him, I might choose to put beam weapons on another ship, you know, mix up my attack strategy a little bit and have different weapons. You know, again, you could also mix them up on single ships. You know, my goal when building a ship, though, is always to do this. Right on the left-hand side there, there's the ship energy, right? Let's see, it's right where the nose is pointing there, right? Ship energy to the left. I always want that to be at 0. I don't want any wasted ship energy. So when I'm looking at mixing my components and mixing my weapons, I'm always out to try to keep that ship energy as close to 0 as possible. You know, if I've got 20, 40 extra ship energy, then I always try to balance out my weapons and components to use as much of that energy as possible, so there's no waste to those ships. So that's kind of a goal I would say kind of always have out there. It's one that I set for myself when I'm working with it. But everything that you're pretty much going to do is always going to be managed from that progress tab on the right-hand side. From what you're building, when you're building a next level of your space station, you get a second building slot to actually do individual buildings. You always have one research slot, and then you've got multiple shipyards for however many shipyards you need. And then you've got your repair. Then you've got your fleets, managing all of that, the workships that you have. You've got your boosts of what your alliance is actually offering to you, and again, alliance boosts in here as well. So, you know, these boosts, you know, what's available. You know, do you want to turn on your shields? You know, quantum shield, you can go into it and actually turn them on, or buy some if you need them, whatever it might be. One thing I love about Nova Empire that I think that they do absolutely right is, oh, let's see here. When you go to buy from the store, this is what I think is the best, is when you buy something, your alliance also gets a reward for it. So I think that is pretty neat. Let's say if I go into items, right? Here I've got a couple of Kraken ships. I've been saving these, but I can actually get a Kraken Warden. I've got one of those available. I'm kind of just saving these until I really, really need them. They can't get destroyed when they're just sitting here in my inventory. But if I come in and actually buy some resources or things like that, there are, you know, alliance gift packages that go along with it. Let's see, resources here, right? You know, when I buy Gek, alliance gift, right? Crates, there's different crates. A hyper crate if I buy something for 99 bucks, right? So all those kinds of things. You've got extra minerals, energy, resources that are in here. So don't forget to check your resources when you're working. If I'm just jumping around a little bit here, when I'm working to complete my dailies, go back to my space station. Well, that looked like a elite was moving through. So when I'm collecting my dailies, go ahead and scoop up those. 10 are built. Perfect. Where is it at here? Use. So use crystals, right? This very last item here. When it's asking me to use crystals 5 times, that actually counts when I go into my items, I go into my resources, and I go to crystals. Right here they are, right? I've got 15 to use out of in the 1,000 category. If I use 5 of those, that counts towards today's, you know, daily goals. So, you know, it's always nice to kind of have a collection of these being saved up over time, because then it can help you actually wrap up some of your daily goals when need be. Fragments is another thing, right? These guys drop from battles with pirates, right? So keep an eye out for those. Always come in and check on these pretty regularly, especially when you're attacking, because once you reach the required amount, then you can combine them and make that next tier of weapon or component. Here's where you'll get your additional ship designs. Yet again, these drop from different battle shops, primarily from elites. And then you've got some research to kind of help you cut down on cost or time or whatever it might be. I don't have any of those to combine. I've done it all pretty recently. But when you're working those, if we go into the inbox, this is where you can always track that stuff, right? So I had a battle with pirates. This one actually dropped a fusion reactor fragment. Sweet, that's pretty nice. Minerals, that's okay. I had some earlier. This one dropped the berry cannon fragment. So, you know, you could check this to kind of keep an idea of like what type of pirates are getting you different things. Got another free gift here going on. Perfect, perfect. Let's head back out into this system, though, and take a look at, I thought I saw an elite moving through here. I did. So you're at the 1.1 million. Now, me, on my best day, I would struggle to take down this elite. Probably would have a pretty juicy drop, but I can't get that one taken out. But I did. Let's see, there we go. We can collect those minerals. We can recall this fleet. And what's nice is, yet again, those minerals will collect faster because they're actually a battle drop. So, but I always keep an eye out for these kind of things. You know, it's only 94,000, so it's not a great amount. But here, 332, I'll collect that. That'll keep my workship tied up for a little bit. And always, you know, every time you possibly can, get out here and do those planet scans. Let's go ahead and send Tank over for her because she's just waiting for ships to get repaired anyways. And let's send, who's moving? Blitz is on the move, so we'll send him over here to planet number 4 to get that scan started. So try to just scan as often as possible when you've got those free ships. I've got a few extra planets that can get those scans going. All right, got 3 more in the system, so scanning those planets is also going to get you things like drops, minerals, resources, all that kind of good stuff, extended storylines that you can go into. So, you know, always take advantage of that. And, you know, if you're not finding anything in the system right around you, you know, take a look at systems next door. You know, they're pretty short travel for your ships. And if you need some extra stuff to get scanning or started, like here's a couple extra moons that have minerals on it, but I'm pretty good on those. More pirates if I really wanted to or needed to, but it's all good. So I mean, you just got to be aware kind of what's going on around you and what you're working towards. But you know, I honestly got to give a huge shout out to the Obsidian Alliance, man. They've been trucking along. You know, we got great leadership that's all up in here. These top guys, super active. You know, they know exactly what they're doing. They know how to move people around. You know, they keep things in line, and they let me kind of hang out. I'm the small dude amongst them all because, you know, I just do a little bit of this, do a little bit of that. Although I get in here, try to play pretty much every day. It's not always super active play, so, you know, it's good. But being in this kind of elite galaxy has been a lot of fun coming into this merged one where we've got, again, the South Galaxy, the North Galaxy, over here in Gungnir, out of the 3 new ones, out of, what is it, Mjolnir, Odin's Eye, and Gungnir here. We're in the 3rd one. So it was a combined, you know, we got a couple of different things. We got some old people from our old server. We got some new people. You got the Kraken over here, which, you know, it's over. It's closed. So not much happening there. But, you know, what's really interesting about this is even though it's a territory game, but it's a lot about politics, you know, who's on your border, who's allowed to be on the other side of your border, you know. Sometimes when you want more territory, you just got to sometimes attack, betray, be betrayed. It's a really interesting game. So Nova Empire, I think they got a good thing going on. You know, it's just a matter of really keeping it alive, keeping the events interesting, and you know, just moving things along with new ships. You know, and once we've got like a number of players that are a space station level 6, you know, what's next? What's after that? You know, if you max out at that space station, where else can you go? Let's see here, fleet report. So, all right, so a little extended one. We got 45,000 minerals. Nothing too major there. So, no extended storyline. So for me, I could just send her right onto another scan here and kind of get things going. There you go, Tank. Head across the system there, and. Pick it up. once you get some repairs going, then we can go right back into the attacking game. There's some good pirates around here that I love to kind of hit. Hopefully get some good drops from. Got that elite rolling through, but I just can't touch that elite right now. And I said, and the big thing is when you're looking at the space station, here's the things you also have to decide too. Is when looking at it and you start out all the way, right here at level 1, you definitely want to get yourself, start out getting yourself as many trading posts and energy plants as you can. Once you start adding on a few of those trading posts, energy plants, collecting that stuff, it's pretty good. Defensive, see here's a small trading post. I've got where is it? Like I've got these defense modules, and here's the thing. I've never actually really had to use these defense modules, so it's one of those things where I don't think you need as many spots for, no, that's not one of them. That's my trading post. I don't think I've got any of them on 1 or 2, right? But I've got a couple of defense modules here that honestly I probably could do without. Same thing, I've got one up here too on level 4. Yep, defense module. I honestly probably could do without and really work with kind of getting maybe more production, things like that done to it, but at the same point in time, it also kind of just makes me feel good. At least anyone that's going to come in here might take on just a little bit of hurt. Nothing major, I guess, but if you're not in a galaxy that's got a lot of war happening, you may not really need defensive modules. You may be able to swap those out for more shipyards to produce more, offensive fleets, not to mention that any of your fleets that are currently docked or any ships that are even in your dock that are not assigned to a fleet, they will always come to life if you ever get attacked. So keep that in mind, that the defense modules might be good, but again, if you're not in a heavy attacking war constantly type of server, you might not really need these, in the end. I've already got them leveled up a little bit, so I'm just maybe going to leave them for a little while. Once I get level 6, I might go ahead and demolish these and throw something else in their spot, just because honestly I haven't really needed them, but we'll see what it's all about. Keep them around for now. Let's see, she just gets 1,000 there and collect that. Kira here has got an extra. Fleets need to study this planet more, so this could possibly be an extended storyline. Hector, yo, what's going on? Welcome to a Nova Empire fleet. Just doing a little bit of gameplay here. Let's see, who was that? That was Akira. You can go ahead and get his scan back on for that one. Tank didn't get anything extra from that scan, so let's 4 more scans. Let's go ahead and send Tank all the way over here to Planet 8. But I mean, that's generally this is what I'm usually doing when I'm right here in Nova Empire, is get my scans, checking for any resources that are around the system to collect them, hitting any fleets that I possibly can while I'm on, and then always checking that daily. And for me, East Coast time, the daily resets at 8 p.m. So every night, 8 p.m., I'm on here, getting anything started for the day that I can. I'm already at 75 points for today. Go ahead and collect some more. There's 80. There's 85. There's 90. Boom. I'm at 3 crates, right, for the day. Crystals, Gek, and 1 hour of repair speed up times 3, right? Gek times 50. Crystals times 8,000. All within 54 minutes of gameplay. Really simple to get your hands on some free currency, free resources, and things for the game. And I honestly, I can keep going. I usually can hit the 120. Going to the 150 does typically take a little extra, like using up some Gek. And this is, 2 recruitment directives for it. At 120, I'm getting 100 Gek, but I'm having to use, just to get there, I got to use, it's kind of a bit of a balance here. I don't usually do the Gek, so I usually maxed out at the 120 case. I don't usually go to the 150. However, if I do the 120 every day of the week, you know, an hour of gameplay within a day, you know, every day of that week, easily get to that 500 crate, and it's pretty simple. So, you know, plenty of free stuff to collect. Not only that, I mean, not only do you have these free missions that you can collect, but you also have literally just every 45 minutes or something like that, you just have free supplies that pop up. So always generating free supplies while you're in and playing. That timer keeps going even when you're out. So when you log back in, boom, you can get it. But then you also have daily missions that are happening all the time. So like these top two, I don't get, which are, you know, the monthly cards, the lifetime card. Those are buy things. I don't buy those myself, but you've got all these daily missions, you know, and then each one of these has different tiers. So, right, there's, you know, I can get 5 points for, you know, complete one, another 5 points for completing two, and I get a total of, you know, 15 points. So 5, 10, 15 if I complete 3 Legion missions, right? So each one of these daily missions, which they switch up a little bit, but each one has 3 additional tiers within it. So you could do as little or as much, but the cool thing is you're pretty much always getting free stuff just by playing. That's really all that it is. So, you know, that's what Nova Empire is pretty sweet for that. But like I said, it's what I got going on here. Let's see what's happening in the chats. No one's looking anything there. GFN not looking for us. Notices. Not much. How about our alliance? All right, I don't think we're at war here. Alliance is at peace. It's all good. Donated some. Legions. Again, Legion's a great way to earn those free crates. There's really 271,000. What's the time frame on this? I don't know. For a mega crate, I don't know if I'll be out much longer to truly make sure that finishes up. But oh, look at another scan's wrapped up there. Indigo, just 1.5K alloy. Cool. We'll collect that. What's my timer on Blitz there? Isn't he out scanning? Time left, time left, time left. Moving, scanning, scanning, scanning. Oh, both of them are 2 hours. So those ones are deep. Those are possibly either be bigger minerals, resources, maybe maybe a couple K, or they also might be extended storylines. So I could see Blitz here, just under 3 hours scan time. Dozer just under 2.25 hours scan time. So I definitely know something a little bit more sizable, whether it be extended storyline or larger resources, will be coming from those scans, which are pretty nice. So, you know, in the end, you know, guys, that's gals, Nova Empire community. That's pretty much just an hour's worth of gameplay here in Nova Empire. Nothing too fancy going on, just a stream for the sake of streaming. You know, if I can get to it, maybe I'll get another stream going on later this week. Really, again, not a whole lot more happening. Let's see, notices. What do we have? New Alliance members. There's really no bookmarks, reports. Yep, got all that kind of stuff going on. It's all good. Yeah, I mean, things are pretty solid. You know, development-wise, we think we're doing pretty good. You know, that's one interesting thing. Let's take a look. Achievements, rankings. Let's see how we're doing. Let's see how OBS is at and Alliance development. Let's see where we're ranking at. Top 8 on the server, so that's not all that bad. We're at just shy of 1 million, this was the unique thing, is moving over into these, I don't know, I keep forgetting what they're called. Just call it the Epic Galaxy, but had to scratch. I mean, our alliance, it actually kind of sucked. I wasn't happy about it, but our alliance had to pretty much just get reset. It was demolished. The alliance didn't move. We had to move over as players and completely start from scratch. And that sucked because we had good development. We had just a shit ton of traps. We had all, you know, everything was just going good for us on our other server. And we had to start over, which means our development got reset. The number of members we had got reset down to the lowest. So we had to like divide and conquer and all that kind of stuff. But here we are. Big shout out to the crew. They're doing awesome. Development here. We're in top 10 on the server. OBS right there with N, TDZ, 3RG, CTX, BRS, N13, and GFN. You know, they're rocking. You know, and some of those bigger dudes like the N13, the GFN have got some insane players who I'm also sure are probably doing some insane spending right along with it with their development. But you know, this is I like that rank 14. I like their flag. Some of these flags, including our own, are a little bit like neon burn your retinas, but I like that. I like rank 14's flag. We had a different one. Ours was black and white, hence we were also called Obsidian, but we had to make a new flag when we got here kind of in a hurry, and you know, we got the good old 80s neon electric light show going on. It's all good. All good. But you know, that's pretty much what we got going on. What do we got happening over here? Oh, AI, we're good. You've actually told me all of this before. We're doing good. Don't remind me again. It sounds good. Yep, I don't need you. Thanks. You're all good. Where are we at upgrade wise? What do I got here? Space Station 5. Upgrade Space Station level 6. Yeah, gotta have an animal reach level 40. Getting there. Increase development 29. Getting there. So even more stuff to unlock. There's just plenty to do. Honestly, there is plenty to do in Nova Empire, and the battles are aplenty, whether it be other players or even just NPCs like the pirates that are around in here between the events that take place. But the other thing I got to give a big shout out, wrapping up the stream here, Nova Empire, if this is one of the first ones you're ever watching, is the graphics, man. I dig like the planets that are in the background, the space that's in the background, you know, the sun. Every system has their own planets, and then it has the actual sun in there, which is just kind of blinding, but you know, it's just cool. Great 3D world for interaction. It's pretty legit. Nova Empire is pretty legit. If you're ever looking, you ever find yourself able to get into you know, any of these service here, Gungnir specifically, you can come try to hop in with Obsidian OBS here. That's who we are, and I'm pretty much just going to leave it there, guys. Thanks for anyone that tuned in, watched the stream, whether it be now, watching it on a replay or anything like that. Appreciate if you want to keep up with some content. My goal, I say this all the time, but my goal really is to start producing some more Nova Empire content on a regular, you know, just from development to any events that are going on and things like that. So subscribe, ring that bell so you get notifications. If you're here for Nova Empire, you can also check out the other game that I play quite a bit on my channel, which is called Dawn of Titans. I'm a co-leader of an alliance over there called Sanctuary. You could check out any one of those videos and shoot me a message on just about anything that you honestly could want to. But I'm going to wrap up the stream here right around 1 hour in length. Again, this was a Nova Empire live stream. So for everyone who tuned in, now or later, thank you very much.